Address?
You're being detained right now.
Okay, under threat of detaining and arrest.
This is a legal traffic offense.
Okay.
And I'm legally allowed to have you
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Go ahead and step back there.
Let me get my paperwork.
Step back here.
Okay. I don't consent to no searches, no seizures.
All right.
I don't consent to any searches.
Just stand right here for me, sir.
Any seizures.
All right, so do you have a social security number?
No, I do not. I got an EIN. I own my birth certificate. It's in my car. Can you go in my back seat and get my paperwork? I'm allowing you.
You're giving me the authority to do so.
Yeah, I'm giving you the authority. I consent for you to go in my car and get my information on my back seat, so I can properly identify.
What side?
Left side.
Okay.
You see the plates? It says exempt. Notice the fee schedule. I want his shorty, the black suitcase. Thank you. I'm getting this shorty buying information. I'm gonna put a lien on. Yes, sir.
Please do.
No, go ahead and open up.
Where?
Open it up.
You can bring it back here.
Yeah, you can bring it. I'll open it for you. Yep. Now, where's your elected sheriff? I want the white shirt.
He's going to go through that bag.
Okay, yeah, you can open it. No, that's my file. That's extra paperwork. It's a red folder. And I also need 2 witnesses when your elected sheriff comes. You guys are here witnesses. This is already being recorded.
It is.
Yep, I got a written injunction. I need your shorty buying information too. I want your badge number. There it is, red folder. You can get the blue folder too.
Let's take it all.
Okay.
What are we opening?
Okay, open that one. That's my nationality ID. This is the court order that lets you know I'm not black or African American. I'm a Moorish national, part of the original government, the Moroccan Empire, and it's signed off by a judge. This is my DB8, a Moon Infinite Bay, my free national name. This is my nationality ID to let you know I have the right to travel, and it's filed.
So you live on East 167th?
In the Republic, yes I do.
But the city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Correct, in the Republic.
What's the Republic?
The Republic for which it stands, with the same pledge of allegiance that you pledge allegiance to. The Republic. We are not in a democracy. This is a republic.
I'm gonna be honest. I really have no idea what you're talking about. So,
okay.
If you explain it, dumb it down a little bit.
Okay, so the Republic. There's 2 governments on the back of a dollar bill.
Okay.
There's the Moroccan government that people call the.
I've never heard of the Moroccan government.
Okay. There's the Moroccan government that you call the Illuminati, which is the pyramid, the RCNI. And then there's the United States Corporation that's on the right side of the back of the dollar bill, which is the Q.V. Trust of Queen Elizabeth, who you took an oath to protect the assets of their trust. My vehicle is not registered. Now we open up the next file.
This is the importance. This is why it's important for you to understand who you are and where you come from and what you come from. Because the identity of yourself as you know it was given to you by these people. You know what I'm saying? What you think you are is something that they programmed you to think that you are. They don't want you to know that you are a free people.
I hate to ask this question because it's embarrassing. How many of you who are African Americans, how many of you know the African city and country from which your ancestors were born?
Not one hand went up.
Not one hand went up. I asked this question of 500 whites. How many of you know the city and country? I was teaching at a university, a white university, just outside Philadelphia. Every hand went up. They knew not only the country from which they came, not only the city, but the borough from which their ancestors came. Now, how come they know and none of you know? The reason is that these South Carolina and North Carolina plantation owners went to Germany to find out how they could control our fathers and mothers on the plantation. But they were getting out of hand. They were burning the houses down. They were killing white folks. They were doing everything negative about being in captivity. They were never slaves. They were prisoners of war, the War of 1591. So what happened was they sought the advice of an expert in Songhai history. Now, well, when they sought his advice, they said, do they know that they're the Songhai people? So the plantation owners who traveled over there to seek his advice said, well, of course they know that they come from the great Songhai Empire. Well, that's your problem. You can't let them know that they came from greatness, from grandeur, from beauty, from sophistication. You'll never be able to control them. So the plantation owner said, well, how can we prevent it? I mean, the mothers and the fathers would tell the children, say, you came from Timbuktu and you came from the city of Jané, and that's where we were born. And then the Europeans came over and invaded us in 1591 and marched us to the seas, to the waiting ship. Man, you can't allow them to teach that to their children. It's why you want to stop it.
And your ignorance is what keeps you under subjection to them. This is why they pulled us away from our native tribes and all these things. You know what I'm saying? They wiped out 90% of us. 90%. All this paperwork that he's showing is basically just letting them know you have no jurisdiction over me. So this conversation is null and void, because the end of this conversation is going to be, you have a nice day. One of my episodes, I posted some of these documents, you know what I'm saying? The proclamation of our people and their government. Do you understand why there was segregation, like when they came here and all that shit, like where I was separated? Because they came over here to set up a government for them, not for us. We're not under their shit. We are the original government. But see, they pulled our people away from the knowledge of who they are. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself an African American with no knowledge or no connection to nobody in fucking Africa. And you niggas walk around and you do it and you say it with pride, nigga. I'm an African American. You're a native. But you niggas hang on the information coming from people who wanted you to be stupid. They wanted you to be dumb. They wanted you to think that you are less than what you are and who you are, so they can't have this control over you and your people. And the things that they have done to our people, in front of our people, has caused so much fear. It gets up under my skin because it's nothing but intimidation. And y'all are scared of cowards. This is why I don't even get, it gets under my skin, but it don't get up under my skin when I hear about they new so-called laws and all this shit, because it don't apply to me, man. It don't apply to me. I seen a video of a police officer talking about some new no touch law or some shit like that.
All right, guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Woo! Let's talk about it. Hey, look, the new no touch law is going to be the RS code 32300.5. RS 32300.5, which means that any electronic device, tablet, cell phone, computer, anything that you can text on or access social media with is going to be strictly prohibited. You can't even use it at a red light. They're saying that you can't use it at a stop sign. If you're at a red light and you pick up your phone to check a text and just say that one officer that comes up beside you and sees you on it, if you're holding it, just checking a message, they're saying that RS code, you can be wrote a citation for that. I agree, a little crazy. But
to see the confidence and the arrogance in his face and flipping these motherfucking handcuffs and all this shit, it's a sign of I'm exempt to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm white and because I'm in this motherfucking uniform, this shit don't apply to me. This is what we gonna do to y'all. But it's just an avenue to allow them to do other things to you. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't about no safety. Shit ain't about motherfuckers having no fucking accidents. And you want to stop motherfuckers from having accidents? Quit funneling people to certain areas of the fucking country. because it's not overcrowded. It's just overcrowded in certain places. This is why they set up certain attractions in certain places so they can funnel a certain amount of population to a place so it can be easy for them to wipe out. These are war tactics, man.
Reducing population growth, that's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
And you niggas is just, you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of their systems. You know what I'm saying? You want to complain to the very motherfuckers that created these systems for you to be in the state that you in.
My amendment would strike an especially harsh provision in this bill that is rooted in cruelty, not policy. This simple, straightforward amendment would strike the work requirement provision in this big, bad, ugly bill that lowers the age of what we call a dependent child from 18 to 7. So I'd like to invite the Republicans on this panel to explain to me, to my colleagues, and to the American people, how exactly does taking food away from struggling families with young children make this country safer, stronger, more secure, healthier, or even great again?
You niggas want to get some cheese and then you want to rub it in other niggas' face because you think that you separated. I don't give a fuck how much money you got as a nigga. If your people is fucked up, you fucked up. Because after they finish having their way with the people who don't have certain accesses or certain resources due to money, when they done with them, guess where they going next? The niggas who do got that access. The niggas who do have that money. And you ain't gonna do shit about it. All of this shit that's going on can be handled. It can be dealt with. And it's only one thing that has to happen for that to take place. And that's for us to come together. You know what I'm saying? As a people. I'm not talking about us all, because we're not all facing the same problem. I'm talking about niggas that look like me and you. It's time to stop wanting to be a part of what they got going on, because you niggas seem like you are oblivious to the fact that the American dream does not include you. The American dream is, let's come over here and take. And thrive. We're just gonna come over here and take some shit because these niggas not gonna do nothing about it. That's the American dream. And let's go ahead and just get them all the way out the way so we don't even have to do this shit no more. We can just have our own way and we don't have to, you know what I mean? You know, these episodes be so spaced out because you niggas, it's depressing to watch the willing stupidity, man. Like the willing submission, the willing lessening of your motherfucking self for people that are less than you. And a lot of it is out of fear. A lot of it is out of tradition. A lot of it is out of, this is just what we know. When they come, this is what we do. You get violated by these motherfuckers, and instead of fighting back, you niggas want to grab a phone. They're not grabbing phones. All these different ways and methods that they are using to wipe out a population of people just so they can have all of this shit to themselves, and you niggas want to work with them.
If I put a cup of coffee right now in front of you and pour cream in it, do I make it stronger?
Hell no, you make it weaker.
That's right. So black folk went for social integration.
I've always asked, has integration helped to harm the black community? I think it harmed.
Knocked the black folks' brains out. Black folk had up 100 times more before social integration hit. See, I'm old enough to tell you all that. You all not old enough to know that yet. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, see, we had something. We didn't have the resources we needed as much as we needed, but we had something. We had one of the things that's key to get to your question about where do we start. We had communities. We had communities all over America. In every city had a major community. Here, Harlem, places like that. We had our communities. We didn't have everything we wanted, but it was ours. I grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we were looking for this social integration. You know why? Because we had our own businesses there. We had our own businesses. My family was part of one that had the only black bus line in the entire United States. We had over 500 buses.
Wow.
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We had that from 1927 up to about 1967. And we also had our own cab companies. We had our own restaurants. We had our own hotels. We had our own school systems. And the bus lines, an example, we know what killed our buses?
Right.
Social integration. When all of a sudden, you all started talking about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King going down to Alabama, want to integrate the bus lines. Integrate whose bus lines? White bus lines. What they want? They didn't want to own and control and get the resource. They just want to sit on the front of it.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of, you tell me, what does that indicate? Now, if you want to get on a bus, what you want to do is just want to sit on the front of it. Now, if the bus is moving, then the back of the bus will be where the front of the bus will move in a fraction of a second. And everybody gets off at the same time. And so in Winston-Salem, we had our own buses. And so when that movement was successful in Alabama, came up to Winston-Salem, and blacks in Winston-Salem says, we want to ride on fronts of white buses. So we said, we don't have any white buses. They said, well, get some so we can ride on the front of them.
I feel like a complete asshole because I never thought about that. Like that whole time they did the boycott, they should have been trying to establish their own bus company as opposed to wanting to ride. I never thought about that. Y'all boycotted for a year just to want to ride on the front?
See, you're a smart man.
I never thought about that. I'm so stupid as fuck.
You want to be next to him. That was the decline of whatever rebuilding that we did have or we had going on. That was the fall of it all. And every time there was another community, they wiped it out. All because niggas wanted to be next to them. You want to go over there and see what the fuck they got going on. You want to be a part of their systems, and you know what I'm saying? And now look at us. Now look at us. Things is going on in government and in politics, and niggas want to be involved. You want to talk to these people who set this shit up. This shit don't affect them. Why do you want to talk to them about the problems that affect you and yours, and it don't affect them? You think they gonna care? It don't bother them one way or another. Either it's not affecting them at all, or they are super duper enticed with trying to make it exceed even more and succeed even more. But niggas is worried about the P. Diddy trial. Not even holding on to the fact that these people are also a part of these programs and systems, nigga, to keep niggas distracted. And it's working. It works every time. Because you niggas don't care. You niggas care about clicks and views. You niggas care about street credit. You niggas care about who's the savage. Nigga, the savages is who's creating these systems, nigga, to keep us fucked up. Them the real savages. The niggas just trying to wipe us out through the food and the air and the water and through medicine and the hospitals, and they fucking killing your kids. And
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. What the?
Now, like I said yesterday, we always go to the very people for a solution that created the problem. All you have to do is to not be a part of it. Those documents that he was showing that officer, you know what I'm saying? I have those documents, you know what I'm saying? But to me personally, honestly, all those documents are showing is that you have no jurisdiction over me, and basically we have no conversation. Unless you coming to talk to me about some shit about me doing some mass crime. I damn sure ain't doing none of the shit these white folks is out here doing and getting away with it. I ain't human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scamming. I ain't frauding. I ain't raping. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't doing no serial killing. I ain't doing no terrorist activities like they are. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't coming to holler at me about no shit like that, we ain't got no conversation. I'm not showing you shit. Because all those documents are letting you know it's nothing that I have to show you. I'm not under your law. When you know these things, it's different. It's different, and you know what I'm saying? It's different with how you carry yourself, but you always got to understand this is still a place that we've allowed them to come over here and do this shit. So now you see these motherfuckers don't even have this knowledge because they have one objective, and that's to take you away from here. Either that be your freedom or your motherfucking life, and which is really kind of one and the same. They don't even know this information. See, we wasn't the only ones that was lied to. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't the only ones, but they was lied to in a different way, in a different manner, for a different reason. It's things that they don't know and they not aware of, simply because people didn't want them to be aware of it, because they didn't want them to be weak-minded and be like, damn, this shit is wrong, what we doing to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of them don't even know this shit either. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been taught one thing. Oh, we are the supreme people. So what we say goes. And anything else, nigga, you going against authority, nigga, and we, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of them that are stupid as fuck. They got into their occupation for one reason, and that's to abuse the badge. Majority of them motherfuckers ain't got no knowledge of none of this shit that man was talking about. And a lot of you niggas don't either. And that's why they had their way with you. That's why they had their way with niggas, because niggas don't know. You not up under none of that shit. We don't have to have no, nigga, I don't owe you no conversation. We don't really need identification. We don't need license. We damn shit, like, we don't need a lot of shit, bro. It's a lot of shit that they tell you gotta have to do this and that. We don't need none of that shit, bro. You don't need none of that shit. I mean, you can have identification for business purposes and shit like that. You know, if you want to let motherfuckers know who you are, you know what I'm saying, through business or shit like that, you know what I'm saying, or certain things, but not for the specific reason of I need this because if some white motherfuckers ask me who I am, I got to show them who I am. I don't have to show you shit. We don't got to show you a motherfucking thing. But if you niggas was to have any kind of desire to find out who you are, what you come from, the freedoms that you really do have, it would be easier for us to come together. But it's so hard to break you niggas away from the shit that's keeping you distracted. Because that becomes y'all niggas God, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy the things that we used to stand for and the people that represented us as a whole, our leaders, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Our soldiers, to now idolizing people that are sellouts. People who don't care nothing about their people. We idolize these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers don't give no damn about you. Because they got what motherfuckers call the American dream. They got the money. Man, my problem ain't them niggas' problem ain't my problems. Fuck them niggas, man. I'm good. We good over here. I'm straight. I don't give no fuck about what these niggas going through. Those are the niggas that you idolize. I seen Tony Baker was talking about Beyonce's ticket sales. You niggas be more caught up with Beyonce and these other motherfuckers out here that don't give no damn about y'all motherfucking asses, but you don't know a damn thing about what's going on with your real identity or what these white folks are planning on doing, and not only planning on doing, what they are carrying out in our faces every motherfucking day. And niggas is still dancing the fuck around. I got a partner that was evicted out of his home yesterday. Out of a home that had been paid for years. And because of his lack of knowledge and his lack of a whole lot of other shit, He's allowed these white folks to come and snatch this free-ass house out from up under his feet. His family passed away. He the last one left. And I feel bad for him. But at the same time, we try to tell him. And that's the same way that I feel when I'm making these episodes and putting out this information. When I see certain videos of niggas getting violated, it pisses me off. But at the same time, it's like, I can't really feel no kind of way because you niggas don't care. We was trying to tell that man everything that he needed to do to keep his motherfucking shit. And the solution was very easy. And the shit went through one end out the other. Nigga, he sleep on the couch drunk. You lost your peace of mind, your piece of freedom, your piece of damn everything. The last piece of anything that you had left of your family. I rode past that motherfucker yesterday, nigga. I'm talking about Miss Diane, pictures of sitting all in the yard, couches and shit, like things that woman had value in. He found no value at all. And these white folks just come and dump it outside. You know, it's we tried to explain it to him. We tried to tell him. We tried to warn him. Just like these videos that I'm making. Not only me. It's a lot of people out here that's putting this information out, and you niggas could not care less. And it's sad, bro. And this is the reason why they doing all this shit to us. This is the reason, like, this whole 18-7 dependent bullshit, it shouldn't even matter to you. Shouldn't even matter to you, man. Because we shouldn't even be a part of their system. Period. We don't have no communities, and we not trying to build no communities back up. We just want to be a part of they shit. And that's the problem. You niggas have become dependent on the devil. And that's just the bottom line, man. It's beyond, bro. It ain't too much more I can say after that. If you ain't been tuning in, tune in. You know what I'm saying? I got more coming. More videos, more music, more skits, more voiceovers. If you haven't been tuning in, keep tuning in, man. If you haven't, tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's getting real. It's getting real. And you niggas are walking around with your eyes closed. On purpose. So, we're going to wrap it on up, man. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come back and fuck with your boy. Oh, man.